Now it is my great honor to introduce Dr. Damon A. Williams as our commencement speaker today. Dr. Williams is a scholar, leader, and educator who is passionate about making organizations inclusive and excellent for all. He is respected for creating equitable educational outcomes and activating learning, youth development, and leadership in ways that are transformative and inspiring of new possibilities. He shares our same belief that you as individuals and we together as a college community are strongest when we recognize our unique abilities to contribute to the common good, reach out to those in need, and empower each other toward achieving our individual and our collective goals. In September of 2013, Dr. Williams became a Senior Vice President for Program, Training, and Youth Development Services for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. In this role, he is Chief Education Officer for the Boys and Girls Club movement. He leads the national program strategy, focusing on strength of the club's experience for the nearly 4 million youth annually served by Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Prior to this position, he served for 5 years as Associate Vice Chancellor, Vice Provost, Chief Diversity Officer, and member of the Educational Leadership and Policy Analysis faculty at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. While there, he was the founding leader of the Division of Diversity, Equity, and Educational Achievement. Dr. Williams has served as a lecturer and consultant for more than 300 organizations and higher education institutions globally. He is a 4-time Scholar in Residence for the Association of American Colleges and Universities and a contributing author in their Inclusive Excellence Project. His most recent books, Strategic Diversity Leadership, Activating Change and Transformation in Higher Education, and the Chief Diversity Officer, Strategy, Structure, and Change Management, provide a sophisticated and nuanced approach to assist leaders with the overall process of leading diversity-themed change and developing sound diversity infrastructures and strategies. Dr. Williams received his PhD from the University of Michigan, where his focus was in the area of organizational behavior and management. He received his master's degree in educational leadership and his bachelor's degree in Black World Studies and Sociology, both from Miami University. We are thrilled to have you here with us today, Dr. Williams. Thank you for sharing your time, spirit, and vision with us.
I'm battling a little spot of cold here. I need to get a little water. President Stanley, members of the faculty, friends and family, and most importantly, each and every one of you, the graduating class of 2016, it is an honor and a pleasure to be with you today. An honor as I join with you in this moment of celebration as a new cohort emerges from this sleepy, and might I say today, frozen town of Oswego, transformed by this difference of Oswego, what we might call indeed the difference of Oz. As I look around the auditorium, as I look at the graduates, and I see the various different ways that you have your outfits and your caps and your gowns adorned, I know that some of you in this room today are graduating cum laude. I know some are graduating summa cum laude, and I know that others in the room are graduating, hear me now, oh Lordy, I'm done. Regardless, each and every one of you should be celebrated for the accomplishments of completing something. You should be celebrated because of your grit. You should be celebrated because of your heart, for harnessing your will and taking an important step forward in your future. And you have done that today with the help of your faculty, with the help of your friends, with the support and the love of your family. And I know that it's been an incredibly powerful 4, 5, and parents, I know some of you didn't know what was going to happen, 6, maybe a little more years, but indeed you are here today and you have taken that step. Please, each and every person that's in the auditorium today, join me in providing some love for the class of 2016. Now, I have the honor, as was noted in my introduction, to work at the Boys and Girls Clubs of America in the national office, where we believe that every citizen of this country deserves a great future, an opportunity to pursue the American dream, an opportunity for them, like each of you graduates, to go on to a great future. Yet for some, this dream is unattainable. 1 in 5 youth in this country live in poverty. Nearly 1 million teens don't graduate high school on time. 20% of our young persons in this, the greatest nation on this planet, go to sleep hungry at night. Some 4,000 young people each and every day arrested, and 40 million students falling behind in this digital economy that we find ourselves because they don't have access to the types of technology to inspire learning, leadership, and creativity that's required in the knowledge economy we live in today. For more than 150 years, Boys and Girls Clubs of America has stood in the breach in all 50 states, in every congressional district, serving 4 million young people, serving the youth who need us most. And we don't do that alone. We do that with the help of individuals like those that are in the room today, graduates of Oswego, who have a commitment not only to themselves and to their future, but a commitment to this nation and a commitment to those who don't have as much. A commitment to servant leadership. And the proof point that we have in our legacy is clear. You know Denzel, you know Misty Copeland, you know LeBron James, all alum of the Boys and Girls Clubs of America movement. But did you know President Bill Clinton? Did you know Senator John Glenn? Did you know Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, business guru Jim Collins, ex-athlete and star Shaun White, and millions more are also a part of that Boys and Girls Clubs of America magic? And I stand here before you today also as the alumni of the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. But I also stand here before you today as someone who's overcome obstacle, like I know many of our graduates have. I was born to a 17-year-old mother with a biological drug-addicted father, and I only saw him 5 times in my life. But I was blessed that the man who was my father, my dad, married my mom when I was 5 and raised me as his son. A blessing that so many don't have in our communities, particularly those who are vulnerable, particularly those who don't come and have the type of privilege that we have here today to honor our graduates. Am I here to tell each and every one of our graduates, each and every one that's within the sound of my voice, that you matter? You are special. You can accomplish anything you want to in your life, no matter your beginning, no matter your circumstance, no matter your situation. Now I know, graduates, as I look around, some of you are scared because you have no idea what you're going to do after graduation. I know as I look around, some of you are scared because you completed majors that have little to no alignment to your passions and your interests. I know as I look around, some of you are scared because you want to go to medical school, dental school, public health school, and all the other schools, but you know that maybe your accomplishments and your grades don't quite line up to that goal today. I look around, and I know some of you overcame the challenge of being first-generation college students. I know you carried the burden of working jobs. I know you carried the burden of making incredible sacrifice, and you're wondering, how are you going to make it when you have not a job and know not how you're going to overcome the burden of that student loan debt that you're taking with you today? But I'm here to tell you that you can do it. You can overcome the challenges of your fear if you're willing to push across the lake of that fear that is right before you. And to do it, you have to have a mindset that you can do anything, a mindset that you can believe and accomplish more if you have a plan and you focus upon that plan with rigor, discipline, relentlessly. In some ways, graduating from college is difficult. In other ways, it's easy. Why? Because there's a plan that's laid out before you. There's a required curriculum that you must complete, standards you must complete to attain a degree. But success in life beyond college is so much more tricky. The curriculum is hidden. The courses that you have to take, the experiences you have to put together require a more penetrating set of questions of others and of self. If in your life you want to accomplish more than what you've accomplished here today. You see, people see more and think that more is easy. More is never easy. More is struggle. And more is every day. I personally have fought for more, trying to learn from those who knew more and believed that I could be more when I myself was unsure of the grit and the effort that it would take to accomplish more. You see, more begins early and is cultivated over time. My roots of more run deep, and each and every one of you graduates, your roots of more will now and forever be founded in this Oswego experience. The experience you had with your faculty, the experience you had in the classroom, the experience you had in the residence hall, the experience you had doing service learning, the experience you had doing global experiences, the experiences you had in the internships, in the research papers, in the relationships that you cultivated with your faculty. Your roots of more are strong because this institution is strong. Please join me in giving some love to the university for all that they did to help make this moment happen. Whenever I speak to audiences, I also always reflect on my experience and my challenge birth, the unconditional love that I had, the fear of failure that today, even still, spans inside of me. I had a spark that turned to a flame to chart a life of giving. You see, I grew up in the rough, where the seduction of drugs, violence, and criminality was everywhere. A community where books and classrooms were too often traded for dime bags and street corners. A community where teen pregnancy was as much a rite of passage as high school graduation. But I was lucky. I, like many of our graduates today, had parents who sacrificed greatly. Parents who, when I was a youngster, like we try to do in our boys and girls clubs, that entertained my passions. They used my love of comic books. They used my passion for sports, and they cultivated them in me. They cultivated them in me like a flint to a stone, sparking imagination, competitive discipline, and a burning fire and a hunger for more. And I say that message to our graduates because each of you must have that same burning fire and hunger for more. And for 40 years I have fought. I fought the black hole that swallowed too many who had far more talent than me, but did not have the same opportunity, the same support, and the same love as me. For 40 years I fought the criticisms, and graduates, hear me, at every step of the way as you want to be entrepreneurs, as you want to be innovators, as you want to be computer scientists and educators and go on to life in public service, to go on to life in the corporate sector. You will have to overcome the naysayers, the doubters, dare I say the haters, who will question the pathway upon which you are on. And through my struggle, this journey towards more has provided me with these 10 principles that power up my life that I will share with you today. 1, more is about defining a North Star vision and living with passion to accomplish your goals. It is about embracing a dogged commitment that you will squeeze every last ounce of talent and capability out of your body, your soul, your mind, and your spirit. More is about having a growth mindset. A growth mindset as named by Carol Dweck, the Stanford University psychologist, that talks about the mindset and the approach that you have to life. I'm the father of a wonderful 3-year-old daughter, Warner Williams, who I affectionately refer to as Warner Bear. She runs around and falls down. She runs around and falls down. But at 3 years old, you know what she does? Each and every time she falls, she continues to get back up. Because she was brought into this world, as each and every one of you graduates was, with a perfect and beautiful growth mindset, with an ability to always get back up. But life beats us down. Life causes us to question our mindset. Life causes us to be weak. One of the things I also believe is that more is about confronting the brutal facts of your reality. It's okay to close your eyes and to dream, but we have to open up our eyes to the brutal facts of our reality and confront that situation with a warrior spirit. More is about delayed gratification. More is about loving others. More is about leading with courage. More is about whether you're giving the commencement speech at a university, you're showing up on your first day of your new job. More is about being ready for the moment always and crushing it. More is about embracing your privilege and using it in the service of others. More is first seeking to understand, then to be understood. Because more understanding is the foundation of community, it is the foundation of relationships, and it is the foundation of inclusion. As I look at you, the graduates of 2016, I quote the legendary American dreamer, Jay-Z, because there is a gift and a curse at play here today. I say this to you because the gift is that much has been given to you as graduates. And the curse, the burden that you bear, the responsibility that you bear as Oswego graduates is that much is expected and that more demands more. And we need something incredibly special from you, the class of 2016 and classes that will follow, particularly as we find ourselves in this very troubling time in our nation, a time of red and blue, a time of divisiveness, a time in which the spewing of hate and a lack of love has taken far too much hold on the imagination of our nation. And all we can do is turn to each and every one of us that's here today, and importantly to our graduates, and ask the question, how will you truly not make America great again, but how will you make America great for all black, all brown, all heteronormative, all LGBTQ, all white male, all women, all immigrant, those growing up in urban, rural, those growing up with or without privilege? My challenge to you, the class of 2016, is how will you make America great for all? How will you make America great for all? Because the fault lines that we see before us right now will only be overcome with the greatness that rests within each and every one of you graduates that are here today, and each and every one of us citizens who came here to honor and acknowledge them as they move forward in their journey. The demands of today, the spirit of our times, it requires no less. Graduates, you can take no time off. You can take a little bit of time off. You want to take that little trip around the world. You want to go sit at home for a minute. You want to go veg out. You can do that. You can do that. I know some of y'all graduate in December, still got them leases. Y'all can stay and hang out and just have a good time for a couple months. But you can't take too much time. Because as one chapter closes, another begins. And now the work begins anew. It's time to set new goals, to develop a new plan. One of the favorite things I tell my mentees, one of the favorite things I tell my youth in Boys and Girls Clubs of America, one of the favorite things I tell my nephews and my nieces, I tell them it's time to become a beast all over again. To prove it to your friends all over again. To prove it to your family all over again. To prove it to your community all over again. And as I said up earlier, to prove it to your haters all over again. Because when you're a beast, truly a beast, when you're truly a beast, what you understand is not the wins that define you. It's the hunt. It's what you do when no one is looking. Because when you're a beast, you love and embrace the hunt. When you're a beast, you love and embrace the grind. When you're a beast, you love and embrace the process. When you're a beast, you always stay hungry. I'm a beast. And I know each and every one of you sitting here as our graduates has the same potential to be the same beast, but a different animal. And so I leave you with these final thoughts. First, to our graduates, number one, find something that you are passionate about and go deep into that thing. Go deep into that thing. Take that thing and make it a thing. And then once you make it a thing, make it a job. Number two, embrace the grind of that thing. Because anything truly worth having is worth grinding for. And even more importantly, anything worth grinding for is worth failing for over and over and over and over and over and over again. Let me say that again. Anything worth having is worth grinding for, and anything that's worth grinding for is worth failing for over and over again until you win. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know all y'all wasn't good at calculus. You have to get better each and every day. You got to move the needle on your passions, move the needle on your goals, move the needle on yourself each and every day. Whether you are President-elect Trump, whether you are outgoing President Obama, whether you are Bill Clinton, whether you are Hillary Rodham Clinton, whether you are any of the individuals in this room, there is one equalizer that must be maximized upon. And it's that we have 24 hours a day to do whatever it is that we will do. And graduates, what you do in those 24 hours is the ink which builds the story and the narrative of the chapter that comes next. The fourth thing, you must surround yourself with people that empower and embolden you. It's easy to have people that empower and embolden you when you're in college because you're in a relatively similar place in life. You're going through the same challenges and circumstances. Find that community wherever you go. Continue to leverage the community you have wherever you go because you have to keep positive energy and individuals around you. The fifth thing, the final thing, and I believe that this is so fundamentally important, is to do something to help someone else. Because even as you move forward and do all the amazing things that you're going to do, and I want you all as graduates to do you to the fullest, but even as you move forward, never forget that it's not about you. It's about the love. It's about the way that you make the world a better place. It's about the way that you engage and continue to bring honor to this amazing institution that has helped you to get to this point. Because it is that giving, it is that passion and commitment for others, which is the only way that we can move forward as a nation, as a society, because this is the heart of what it means to lead. That is my time. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Now, graduates, since you stood for me, and you are millennials, centennials, generation Ys and Zs, can y'all do me a little favor? Can I get a selfie? Let me get a selfie. Hold on one second. Let me get a selfie. All right, now y'all know how y'all do it. Give me a good one now. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. God bless you. Best of luck to you in your journey.